I think this is worth talking about. And so this article I pulled up from The Verge, I thought it was interesting. It's by Tom Warren. He's pretty good with his articles. This was recently posted too. So here it is. First looks at the Microsoft Xcloud. All right. Cool. Microsoft has started testing its Xcloud game streaming through a web browser. Sources familiar with Microsoft Xbox plans tell The Verge that employees are now testing a web version of Xcloud ahead of a public preview. The service allows Xbox players to access their games through a browser and opens up Xcloud to work on devices with things like iPhones and iPads. Much like how Xcloud currently works on Android tablets and phones, the web version includes a simple launcher with recommendations for games, the ability to resume recently played titles, and access to all the cloud games available through Xbox gamepass Ultimate. Once you launch a game, it will run full screen, and you'll need a controller to play Xbox games and stream through the browser. It's not immediately clear what resolution Microsoft is streaming games at through this web version. The software maker is using Xbox One S server blades for its existing Xcloud infrastructure, so full 4K streaming won't be supported until the back-end hardware is upgraded to the Xbox Series X components this year. Microsoft is planning to bundle this web version of Xcloud into the PC version of the Xbox app on Windows 10 also. The web version appears to be currently limited to Chromium browsers like Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge, much like Google Stadia services. Microsoft is planning some form of public review of Xcloud via web in the spring, and this wider internal testing signals that the preview is getting very close. The big drive behind the web version is supported for iOS and iPad OS hardware. Apple imposes limitations on iOS apps and cloud services. And Microsoft wasn't able to support the iPhone and the iPad when it launched an Xcloud in beta for Android last year. Apple said Microsoft would need to submit individual games for review, a process that Microsoft labeled as bad experiences for the customer. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So, CJ, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the Xcloud after reading that article right there? My thoughts. Xcloud is the freaking future. It is what it is. Don't at me. Xcloud is the future. All right? So being able to play on Xcloud using Game Pass is important. And the reason why it's important is when we're talking about Xbox and why Microsoft doesn't care that Xbox sales aren't on the same page or the same level as PlayStation 5 sales. And it's because the Xcloud can be played and used anywhere. Imagine playing Tekken, one of the games I love, because guess what's on Game Pass? Tekken. Imagine playing Tekken on your iPhone on the go. Imagine playing it on the plane. Imagine being able to stream. And I think that's only my only problem is being able to stream certain games because the bandwidth isn't good enough. But you're still ultimately able to play it. Microsoft already told its shareholders, do not focus on Xbox console sales. Focus on Game Pass sales, because guess where you can play Game Pass right now? You can play it on your PC without having a console. Without having a console, you can play a lot of the Xbox stuff, and I'm like, yo, that's freaking amazing. I think you should be able to play a lot of these games without using having to play on the console. But I think my biggest beef is kind of what they said at the end of this article here is iOS. Normally Apple, they're about users, the user experience. But for whatever reason, this whole, hey, we got to check out what games that you have first before we allow that to be put on here. I think that's kind of bogus. Like, yo, let me get Xcloud. Let me get Xcloud. I'm an iPhone user, by the way. Here's what it is. Me, your boy. I am an iPhone user. And that's nothing new. You know, that iPhone wants to, not iPhone, but Apple wants to kind of do their own thing. They're just making it really, really hard for Microsoft to port their stuff over because it's about money. And they're like, yo, you're not going to make money off of our backs, you know? And I don't blame them from that. So they're going to make it hard. Pause. Do not say that out loud. But imagine Xcloud being on your Nintendo Switch. I think it's going to be there. Maybe not Xcloud, but Game Pass is probably going to be on your Nintendo Switch. It probably is going to be on your PlayStation eventually. It is what it is. And then by the end of the year, they're talking about possibly having it in 4K. No, you don't even have to worry about having the proper monitors and stuff like that. You're playing in freaking 4K on your gaming laptop. I think that's really, really dope. Xcloud is the future, in my opinion. Sony needs to figure out what their answer is going to be to the Xcloud, in my opinion. I think, and again, I think the only problem that I'm truly going to have with the Xcloud is how it's going to stream. We already seen PlayStation Now with their games and how that works. I really don't like how it is. I want to be able to download the game, and as long as I'm online, I should be able to play that game. But streaming the game itself, I don't want any hiccups for whatever reason what's going on in the house. Because we're just not on a point. We're close, but we're just not at a point yet that we are needing the internet like we need water. I mean, it was really close. But like we have an unlimited source of water, right? And we're being charged, you know, a couple $100 for water and electricity and stuff like that. And it's like I can fill up a whole bathtub full of water if I wanted to. I have a unlimited resource there. But the internet's not like that right now. You don't have like an unlimited resource of the internet. It's like, oh, well, you paid for it to being this fast, so you're only gonna get it at that pace. So just take that. So I think that's going to be a problem also, depending on how fast your internet's going. And then also, what does that look like when you're playing other games? How's that ping going to look? You know, like the rollback netcode in fighting games. Your netcode when you're playing Call of Duty, you're already having a problem. You're shooting. You're like, I shot him twice, and then all of a sudden the guy is like on the other side of the daggone screen. So if you're already having streaming issues bringing the game in, what is the output going to look like also? I think that's important to note also. But again, what do you guys think? How do you guys feel about Xcloud? Please let me know in the comments. Tell me how you feel about that. And also don't forget to, I'm scratching my nose. I'm not digging in my nose. I'm scratching my nose. And tell me how you feel about the Xcloud product that they're getting ready to release. Do you think Apple should play ball? Or do you think they should continue taking a stance against having certain types of games on their platform? I think that's more than fair. Tell me how you feel. Let's read. All right. Grinding homework. Yo, Sano, the Lantern. What's up, man? How you doing? Hope all is well, man. Did you guys talk about 5G? That's probably important for AR too. You know what? You're right. That's probably really important, having a good internet connection. But 5G, to me, where I live at, 5G isn't that good. I'd rather have LTE. And they purposely made LTE not work with your shit. Sorry, I keep on cussing. You're getting the real me. You're getting the raw CJ. You're getting CJ raw today. Jeez. I'll let you know when they send me the preview invite. Ooh, bet downstairs. Bet. Yeah, definitely let me know, man. They don't give a damn about console sales. Game Pass will be on the PlayStation 5. Absolutely. Microsoft has moved beyond the reliance of hardware. Boom. Lantern, man, you guys are agreeing with me now. Thank you. I appreciate you agreeing with me. They don't compete with Xcloud after Apple Erased comes out. There's oh! They want to compete. They want a piece of that money too. But you know, they have Apple Arcade, and Apple Arcade is doing that well. It's doing better than Stadia, but Apple Arcade is like, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like for Apple. Oh, TBG already said Apple Arcade won't compare to Xcloud. I don't disagree. There's a lot of things that Apple Arcade needs to do in order to be successful, but we'll see. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you give it a like and leave a comment. If you really liked everything, please come visit me on Twitch. I am there weekdays 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. CST. That's Central Standard Time. Make sure you follow me on all the listed social media platforms. Success and victory. Don't block with your face. And I will see you next time. Peace.